Hola! Yeah, this is game time. I've always wanted better sound out of my PS4 while I'm playing games, playing videos, or playing music. And I've always been kind of stuck with a sound bar or something like that. And I didn't really enjoy the sound coming out of it. It really wasn't loud enough for me. And I didn't have a huge, loud system, but it just didn't do it for me. And I've got a lot of music equipment laying around. I use it for music, making music, and I was wondering if I could always find a way to incorporate that in there and get that good sound from my music equipment, my recording equipment, but while using my PS4. So I decided to use my studio speakers, my recording studio speakers, and then later on I decided to use a bass amp for a subwoofer and to give it a little extra kick, a little extra sound through it. And in this video, I'm going to show what I did and what I used to make that happen. Basically, this is not the optimal setup for most people. If you were going to buy stuff, you probably wouldn't use this. But this is just what I used because I had it laying around. So, here's the video. Okay, so basically this is the setup that I'm using. These are the studio monitors. They are self-powered, not extremely expensive, actually rather cheap on the cheap end of things. I will be using this mixer, and then there is a digital to analog adapter that I hook up. I go from the PlayStation, the fiber optics out of the PlayStation, the digital signal from the PlayStation into the analog mixer that you see on the camera right now. And then for the bass response, I go through a equalizer guitar pedal. Alright, well, let's get into it. Alright, so I come out of the PlayStation 4 through the fiber optics cable into a digital to analog audio converter. Right here. Here's the fiber optics. This powers it. It's a power source. And then these are the RCA jacks that go to the mixer. Now it comes out of there and it goes into the input right here on the mixer. Alright, and then from the input in the mixer, I go to the auxiliary output into the powered studio monitors. Pretty simple, not much to it. Okay, so for the extra oomph going into the bass amp, I take and come out of the main out on the mixer. I just come from the left. You can go left or right, I believe, but I just come out of the left. Okay, and when it comes out, it's going to sound. If I was just to come straight out of this mixer and go straight into the amp with no EQ adjustments, it would sound exactly like what goes out of these studio speakers. In other words, all the bass, all the treble, all the mids, everything. So it's just going to sound just like a really loud speaker. So what I did to combat that and to convert it into just bass response, I come through a guitar pedal. Basic Boss GE7 equalizer pedal. I boosted the bottom end, took out some of the top end, and you couldn't do it all. You had to have some of the mids and some of that in there, otherwise it started sounding pretty flubby. So that's what I did to get the mainly the bass. And here's the bass amp. Now this particular amp right here, you can use for I use it for keyboards. I use it for my electronic drums. I use it for playing music. It's really good at all of that. That's what these amps are good for. Not just playing guitars. I mean, you wouldn't want to do this through a guitar amp. You'll end up tearing up the speaker. This amp was able to take it just based upon how it's made, and it's made actually for a bass, but it works pretty good for what we're using it for here. Okay, one other thing is sometimes you just want to listen to with the headphones. And yes, they sell headphones that go to the PS4, and you can plug them into your controller or get the wireless ones or whatever. But what I can also do with this is use my studio mixing headphones, and I plug it straight into there like that, and then I can use this knob right here, turn the main level down, use this right here, and now I'm not bothering anybody. And I'm telling you, the sound is a lot better in these, in my opinion, than well, it's better than the set of headphones that I have. So some of y'all might have some expensive headphones, but mine, these right here is the best I got. So sounds pretty good with them. Okay, now you've seen how I've hooked it up. So let's play a game or something. Get to see how it sounds. All right, so you can kind of hear the music, right? And you kind of hear it. All right, now let's kick the EQ in. You kind of hear that bass now, huh? All right, so you can kind of hear that. And when I turn it off, you see how the bass goes away? I get a little bit more bass there.
Let's get a clean stage. A good race is going to show them we're ready for more.
Okay, so you get the picture on that. That's some racing there. Pretty cool. Okay, and then one of the other things that I do is I play Rocksmith on with my PlayStation 4, and it's kind of similar to karaoke for the guitar, basically, is what it is. And this is kind of what it sounds like, and this is really the whole reason why I went down this road. So here we go. So you kind of got the picture of what it sounds like. I played a little bit of rally racing. That one, the bass turned up quite a bit, kind of gave it a little bit more realistic sound to it. I liked it. When I played Rocksmith, a little too much bass. I didn't like it, so I had to take some of the bass out of it, but it sounded good, I think. So I appreciate you watching. See you later.